So the water in my house is contaminated, which has led me to have a lot of bad hair days lately. My hair has just been so frizzy and dry and just not feeling good, or not looking good, I guess you'd say. And so yesterday morning I had went to sleep with like little buns in my hair to try to wake up to like curly hair, and it did not work out. And I ended up with like even frizzier hair because it was like attempting to be curly. It was just like frizzy and it did not look good, and it had like weird little kinks in it. I was having like a little breakdown because of my hair, because I was like, oh my goodness, like why can't my hair just be normal? Why can't my hair be curly? And I was just thinking about how a lot of times we're so unhappy with what we have. And I know like my cousin and my older sister, they have curly hair, and I'm always like, your hair is so pretty, like I wish my hair was curly. And they're like, oh no, like I wish my hair was straight. It just made me think about contentment and how a lot of people are very discontent with their lives and what they have. I think it's important to be content. I'm just going to share some Bible verses and some tips on how to be content. Yeah, we're going to do that. Philippians 4:11-12. This is Paul. He wrote this while he was in jail. He says, not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. So in whatsoever state, okay, that means in the good times, in the bad times, like Paul learned to be content in his situation, in his circumstance, because you can't base your contentedness, if that's the word, on whether or not you're having a good hair day, like in my case, or whether or not you got to go eat to your favorite place. Like, you can't base your contentedness, I don't know, that's correct English, but you can't base it on your circumstance, because you're not always going to be in good circumstances, right? And so if you there's a Bible verse, it's slipping me, but it's in Proverbs 24. It says, I should just look it up, right? Proverbs 24. Okay, found it. Proverbs 24:10 says, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. And so it's just so important to learn how to be content in like every situation, good or bad. Because you'll never be content I was looking for the Bible verse, that's why I was looking down, but you're never going to be content if you're basing how you feel based on what's happening to you, instead of choosing to be content and like change your perspective. Second one is 1 Timothy 6:6-8 says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Do I need to say more? For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. A lot of people think that's why I'm so big on minimalism. Like, a lot of people think that rich people, like, they have it all because they can buy whatever material possession they want. And it's like, okay, you're not going to take any of that with you. So you shouldn't be finding your joy in things. Again, we brought nothing into this world and carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, that's clothing, let us therewith be content. Like, if you have food and clothing, your basic necessities, like, what more do you need? Like, what more do you need to be happy, to be content with your life, and to just be thankful for everything you have? Because I'm going to safely assume that if you're watching this video, you have like your basic needs met, because you're able to access the internet and watch this video. Hebrews 13:5 says, let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. So literally it's saying, like, be content with what you have. I think a lot of the reasons why people are so discontent these days is because they spend their free time, which is so valuable, watching other people live. Like, they watch, oh my goodness, this person went to the store and bought this, like, I want that. Or this person wears this makeup, and this person wears their hair this way, and this person went to this restaurant, and this person this, and that. And you just spend your time comparing your life to others, and you're like, because I don't have that, whatever I have is not good enough. And like, that's why social media, it's so, there's obviously good in social media. I'm making a video on here, but not that I'm good, but you know what I mean. Like, there's benefits to social media, but the majority of the stuff, we're being honest, it promotes a lot of consumerism, a lot of comparison, and it's like, it leads to a life of ungratefulness and just thinking that what everyone else has is better than what you have, instead of like just appreciating that. Like, for example, with my hair, back to my hair, I was starting to complain about it, and then I was like, wait, like, at least I have hair, you know? And so I think a big tip on how to be content is just changing your perspective. Whenever you feel like you want to complain about something, just be like, wait, but at least blah blah blah, you know? Like, I know a lot of people like stress out. I know I used to be like this back when my brain was not developed. Like, I remember when I was younger, in my room, we had like a white bed, like the frame of the bed was white, and then we had a beige cabinet. Oh my goodness, I was having a breakdown because my furniture wasn't matching. And I feel so bad about it because I would like literally, I mean, we still have it, they didn't get rid of it, but I was just like, that's so ungrateful. Like, instead of me saying like, you know what, mom and dad, like, thank you for providing me with a place to put my clothes, thank you that I even have clothes, thank you that I even have a house, I was focused on matching furniture, like, you know. And I think that's why like social media promotes all of this like aesthetic and stuff, and like realistically, like, real people, real lives, they don't have to be aesthetic. And so instead of being like, oh my gosh, like my bed and my furniture don't match, like, you know what, I'm so thankful that I even have a bed and I have somewhere to sleep, I have somewhere safe to lay my head at night. And literally just flip your perspective. And whatever it is that you feel like complaining about, or feel like, oh, like they have this better than me, just be like, you know what, at least I have this, right? I also saw this example with like food. We're like, oh, like we're gonna eat this again, but it's like, you know what, I'm so thankful that I get to eat today, and I know that I'm gonna eat today. I don't have to wonder where my next meal is gonna come from. Or something that oh my goodness, there's this YouTuber, Milena Ciciotti. I don't consistently watch her, but I watched a few of her videos in the past, and she's definitely like, I've seen her grow like in her faith, and it's so nice to see. But she was talking about how to be like happy while you're doing your chores, and she was saying that when you're washing dishes, like for me personally, that's my least favorite chore, washing dishes. It's just so gross with like the food and the water. But she says that she changed her perspective, like instead of thinking like, oh, I have to wash the dishes again, like while she's washing them, she's just thanking God, like, thank you, God, that I had a meal to eat. Like, I'm washing these dishes because I had food today, you know? And so it's all about changing your perspective. Like, there's so many things to be thankful for, and there's a lot of stuff that we just take for granted that we get to do and get to have like every day. And yeah, just be more appreciative and thankful. And I think a lot of people would be so much happier if they were more thankful. We have Psalm 23:1, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Like, something that I heard this other YouTuber say, Meredith Good, actually. She said, like, I don't know the direct quote, but something like, if you only had Jesus, like, would you have everything, you know? And just having that mindset, like, the only thing that you need, obviously, realistically, you need your basic needs, you know, like food, water, clothes, all that stuff. But if all you had was Jesus, like, would that be good? Would that be enough for you? Because truly, that's all you need. If you have God with you, like, you don't even need to stress, like, what am I going to eat today? What am I going to wear? Like, God provides all that. You know, there's the Bible verse, I think it's in Luke, like, he clothes the fields of the grass. Like, you're more important than the grass and the sparrows. Like, he will take care of you, so you don't even have to worry about your basic necessities, you know, because God always provides. And there's this quote, I was listening to a sermon. It was actually, I don't remember the passage, but it was about, I think it's Nahor or Nahor. I don't know. I don't remember the name. I really, really enjoyed that one because it was about contentment. And one of the quotes that I really liked was, contentment is dwelling among better and still thinking that you have the best. I thought that was so beautifully said. Like, there's always going to be people that, you know, are better off financially than you, or, you know, have better material items than you, or have a better job, or, you know, have a better attitude, or better people. But if you're constantly just looking at that and being like, oh, what I have is not good enough, then you're never going to be content, you know. And so in whatever stage they're at, whatever you have, like, be thankful and be content with it. And always change your perspective when you catch yourself like about to complain or about to be like, oh, but I wish I had this, but like, you know, just be like, you know what, I'm so thankful that I have this, you know. And just change it to, instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you do have. And I think that will be very, very helpful in helping you be content all the time. I hope this video helped you, and I hope you have a good day.